Okay, so let's switch gears to justice system. The role of the judiciary in upholding democratic tenets in Nigeria, some would say, has been, heavily compromised. In fact, their independence has been compromised. It's been tested, abused, compromised, weakened terribly, to the point now where people now resort to self-help politically, even civil cases, as it were. Sir, what is responsible for this? How did our judiciary get to this level? Because you and I lived under the jackboots of the military. The judiciary under the military had spine. They stood up to the military boys. They didn't blink. What has happened, sir?
Society, first of all, is in grave crisis. Every little thing results in a dispute. There is no decorum, no civility. Literature agreement that you have, that you can enforce because you have morality, you have character. You always like to go to court on every issue. Every clause in agreement has to be interpreted. So our society is in state of anomy. Every dispute has to end up in court. Coupled with the fact that you can become only SA in Nigeria if you have so many cases in Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. So even just for you to get a number of cases to become an SAN, a lawyer will engineer, manufacture cases. So if you were to bring Nigeria to a level where the fact that we're having so many disputes have lower temperature, you understand, then judge will not be under pressure. And then if you can win, just one 3-2 judgment can give you access to the federal allocation of a state government. If the judge, if you have 5 in there, 3-2, and they say you are now the governor of Osun State, and that is it. You now have access to, you can promise your judges 1 year worth of allocation. I'll give it to you. Just give me the judgment. You understand? The governors are emperors. We're supposed to separate budgeting and financing from the office of the governor. But the governor, the whole money of the state is a one-line vote in the governor. He can wake up in the morning and say, give this man 100 million, 200 million. So with all these things, we need a reconfiguration of society. Our cloth we are wearing is already torn and worn out. We need to discard the cloth and think afresh and say, what is the purpose of society? What's the purpose of governance? How can we bring civility and decorum to human behavior? And if I become governor, okay, I chose to retire in 2000 because director was earning 55,000. Permanent secretary was earning 65,000. Only 10,000 difference. So what am I doing trying to fight for permanent secretary? There is no need. If you are not corrupt, you have no need to become permanent secretary at all. Because the position is, but now you fight to become permanent secretary because once you are there now, you are the controller of vote. All vote the ministry belong to you. So you don't look at the compensation, you look at the vote of the ministry. So you want to do everything. Even your wife will tell you, Daddy, you have to fight for this thing. No? Because once you become permanent secretary, there will be 10 jeeps parked in your house. So it will make the political position office too attractive. Governor is sole administrator. President is also sole administrator. He can give and fire, give any oil blocks, give a contract. See the way they awarded Lagos to Calabar contract. Was there any bid for it? There is none. So who knows the amount? Who knows the scope? None.
So how do we rescue our judiciary from the vice grip of politicians? Because they are the ones now. They are the electorates now.
You can't rescue until you stop cases going to court. You can't rescue.
But sir, you would agree with me that in other societies, even Kenya here, they ordered that a poorly conducted presidential polls under Uhuru Kenyatta, that it be reconducted. And it was so, and heaven did not fall.
See, there's pretense. In a society Tinubu got only 30% of the vote to become president.
Not 30% of registered voters, 30% of votes cast.
Fine. You must suppose score 51%. Ideally, if say look, to be command majority.
So that there will be a runoff between you and the next
but
person.
we know all these small things that will have brought the quorum, but because it favors people there, they shy away from it. Until we're able to really bring a system that we have to talk about Nigeria. That's the solution. Try to patch a dress in the pocket or in the side. The whole set is torn. It will still continue tearing. You understand? You can't solve the judiciary problem if you don't solve political problem. If you're not the cases of commercial dealings, if you do, it will go to court. There's a one of a lawyer said, I will see the Chief Justice for you or your case. I know the Chief Justice. Is it not true?
Recently, the Supreme Court made a pronouncement, belatedly anyway, on the Rivers debacle where the president declared a state of emergency, suspending Governor Fubara. And the Supreme Court said, yes, the president has powers to take that action. And there were, very fierce reactions everywhere. Because invariably what the Supreme Court has done is to confer on the president of Nigeria powers beyond the intendment of the framers of the Constitution. They've made the president to be above the Constitution of Nigeria. That the way he was elected is the same way the governors were elected, but now he has power to suspend or remove any of them. What's your take on this?
The Supreme Court credibility have been eroded in the last 3, 4, 5 years. Recall there was VAT case brought by Wiki. Up to now, Supreme Court has not ruled on it. They've not ruled on it. I was expecting that ruling. They didn't rule on it. They kept quiet. Until they are not, they don't have deliberateness in what they do. It's so unfortunate. They are ruling on local government. It's also not deliberate because we run a 2-tier federation, but they are now bringing local government in 3rd tier. For that reason now, Osun State emasculated because money is supposed to go to direct, not go to direct. So Supreme Court, from the time of Oputa, Anabolu, all of them, we have lost the respect and dignity of the office. Do you even know when you are? You don't even know who are the judges now. You don't know. They're not making landmark ruling. When Oputa rules, even the statement he will make as a jurist, you'll be citing it. You like the articulation and the intellect. But whom do we have now? Chicken and Digby of those days. We don't have them anymore because they all emerge not based on any proven intellectual capacity over the years as a jurist. Children of this, wife of that, cousin of that now are brought into the judiciary under all kinds of grounds. Ariwola was the most culprit. He was complained against severally, he brought his people into the justice system. He got away with impunity. What do you expect from that? So, such an isolated case is just, things are not just good.